Onegaishimasu. Welcome back to the Goju Karate Center. Today, follow through of Seiyunchin Kata. Okay, so Seiyunchin Kata is a long kata. It's got a lot of angles, which makes it a little bit more difficult. A lot of very, very complicated technique that we will break down as we go through. Ray, as you yoi, left on top of right, legs open a little bit. 45-degree step, raise your hands up, look like Mount Fuji. Look straight. Hands 45 degrees down and round like a football or a rugby ball, not a soccer ball. Raise your hands to just below your chin's level. Make first, rotate slightly, go down your knuckles like cogs. Open. Open your hands, turn slightly, bring them up together, same time. Stop. Keep elbow in, grab, draw your hands forward and back. Open, together, pull and strike. Go through the center line, shikodachi 45 degrees. Still look straight. Rugby ball and up. Make first, rotate the arms slightly, go down as if it's cogs. Open. Open your hands. Rotate, block, grab on, keep the elbow in, and nukite. Rugby ball, and up, down, open, block, grab on, nukite. Hand on top. Slide slightly in, bring the arms up, move forward, step, slide, rotate, pinky knuckle hitting, backhand supporting. Step back, pull to chamber, vertical first, elbow. 45 degrees. Raise the hand up, press down. Step through on a straight line of the front foot's line. Gedan barai. Step back. Gedan barai. 90-degree turn to the left and block. Step through, gedan barai, step back, gedan barai. In and to the back line, raise the hands, pull, settle, strike. Rotate, go through the center, cover, raise the arms, pull, block. Swivel round, block, press. Foot sweep, shift. Hurricane. Step across, turn 45 degrees to the back, double block. Turn the hands, uppercut. Hurricane, hammer fist. Back, gedan barai. Center, elbow, center, elbow. Cross, double block. Turn your hands, uppercut. Hurricane, hammer fist. Back, stomach block. To the front, 1, 2. Slide forward, block, hurricane. Back, hands out. Up, rotate, drop, turn. Finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the angles when I'm doing the kata, because of our weird orientation in the dojo, may be a little bit off. One needs to practice trying to get the angles correct. So I'm going to just go through them so that we get better camera angles so you can see what my hands are doing for those sections and you can work on those sections. So the first exercise would be maybe you've turned and you have blocked and you have got your chudan uke and your supporting hand, let's call it a pressing hand, maybe a form of osai. When you move through, let's have a look, 45 degrees, it will be something like this. When you move through and you're on this new line, take the front foot line from your foot into the 45-degree angle, okay? And you want to step onto that front foot's line. So bring your feet together, go forward, go over the arm, and block. And keep looking on that 45-degree line. Rotate the back leg. Bring your foot straight back, straight over. Now, as the leg pivots, the sand is going to come up, and you'll get barai. You tend to see a lot of short gedan barai first and full gedan barai second, or a tetsui uchi or hammer fist, and then a full gedan barai afterwards. And the logic is quite easy. Why would I do a full block if my hand's already here? My hand's already moved half the distance. So the moment I'm here, I just need this piece to cover, this piece to fold underneath. 1. And then rotate. 2. Obviously, you practice that on both the left and the right hand sides. So if I had to go on this side, step onto the front foot line, cover. 1, back, 2. That's the first one. The second one on the same footwork or the same stepping would be the double block. This last week in the dojo, one of the students was doing something like this and then trying to do the uppercut. And the easy answer, the easy correction is that from here, open this hand and turn. Same time, turn this hand. So both arms are turning. Okay, and this should happen as you step onto that front foot's line. As I rotate my back leg, my hand comes up. Height, like cipher, roughly covering your mouth. Okay, hand, like cipher. This one is an uppercut, cipher is an hurricane. From there, hurricane, bring the elbow in slightly on the 45 plane and block. So 1, 2, 3. The timing should be 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So from here, timing 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that covers what happens on the 245-degree angles to the front, to the back. Next area that I think a lot of people struggle with in Seiyunchin is the elbow strikes. So when you're on your 45-degree and you've done your first gedan barai, would be a left hand, you're going to pull that right foot in. And the rule of thumb is generally the hand going to the front is always going to be on the inside. Hand position, like Seiyunchin Kata, cross your arms. Okay? So we're here, 1, and elbow. Shift back, and elbow. This is the most basic and the most plain way of doing it. As you develop your physical capability, you will maybe add a little bit more rotation on the arms and a little bit more body drop on the legs and on the backside, the glutes. So you might get a little bit in, out, little in, out. This way, in, out, in, out. Okay, and that's again just practice. And you repeat for both sides. This move, loosely referred to in the dojo as the shoulder wheel. It's a gedan, gedan, whatever you want to think it is. All right, it's the thing that looks like this. So we're on a 45-degree after our first set of 45-degree angles to the front. We finished. As we step through, we bring our feet together. Okay, we're going to cover with this hand. So this hand's going to come up, cover. This hand's going to go towards the elbow, reach. And this hand's kind of like climbing. So as it climbs and your hand gets to about the same height as your head, you step back. Then it's going to be in the correct plane for this to turn. As this hand is turning, this hand is turning. And pull and stop. Again, according to whatever school, your hand may finish in a slightly different position and this hand may finish in a slightly different position. The general ideas: feet together, the secret block, up and back. Many variations on the end movement. So in the dojo, please, we're working towards hands moving more upward than outward. So if you watch videos and you see the sensei doing outward, or if you're from a different federation or different branch of Goju and your sensei goes outward, that's cool. Our dojo's variant, a little bit more up, touch, rotate. So my thumbs are nearly facing the front. As I drop, my fingers rotate and I stop. Hand position at the end is identical to the hand position at the beginning. Okay, so rotate and then finish according to the school. Okay, we'll do that again. I step back, bring my arms around, touch, turn and drop, rotate, and then finish. Okay, just the transition in the background, since Zoe is showing me the transition. The transition steps, I'm going to do it the way I learned it, and the way I've tried to teach it over the years. It may be a little bit complicated, but it requires a basic understanding of mathematics. So first thing I always say to people is, please understand you're in the center of a cube. That cube is moving with you, and that'll help you with your angles. All right? So when we get to the first position, we're in a Seiyunchin dachi. Our right foot's in front, and we're going to step over. As we step over, we want to step the equivalent set of parallel lines. So that common line will be the back foot line, and I want to step to that line. I don't want to keep my foot facing the front. I actually want to rotate my foot this way. When I turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my heels, rotate my feet, and that's going to put me on my 45 degree. Okay, so I'm here, I step over, my foot's going to be at a 45 that way. I'm going to raise my heels, I'm going to turn on the balls of my feet, put my feet down. For the other side, feet only for now, you're in a cat stance. Now, cat stance is, the way we practice, our cat stance is slightly longer than our Seiyunchin dachi. So you're not going to step across on the exact same line, because what's going to happen if you do that, when you rotate to this side, you're going to end up with a much bigger, possibly wider Seiyunchin dachi. So you have to adjust for the different starting point. So when you may bring your foot back a little bit, but it's going to end up on that 45 degree line, and I'm going to end up on a corresponding parallel line about Seiyunchin width that side. And then again, just lift the heels and rotate. And that's going to give me my 45. Where I grew up with Sensei Chinin, he always used to say that in kosa dachi, or he liked besoku dachi as his explanation, the knee must press into the calf. So his idea of a spring was very important. I think it's very important still. So if we are here, drop, load, double block. The hand techniques, basically cross, hand going down, always on the inside. Okay? When you're here, hand folds in and then blocks. And then concentrate on dropping this hand. This hand has the benefit of the hip for power. This hand uses gravity. Okay, so maybe if I do it this way, we here center line, 1, 2. Okay, on the other side, we're here, 1. You can see I kind of fish for this hand's position. So that's it for this morning. If you're doing it different because your sensei says so, that's great. Today's video is very much a follow-along video, particularly for my students, helping them to be able to do the kata. Should they be stuck at home, not able to get to the dojo, they've got the resource and the resource aid to draw from on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sayonara.